everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining in. If you haven't subscribed already, boom, boom, hit the subscribe button. I think it's down there, but I appreciate it. But today we're going to talk about track insurance, whether it's HPDE, I believe they have solo group insurance. I have a lot of friends that get cars that want to do some track days and don't even know about track insurance. So today I wanted to tell you about some of the companies that I use for track insurance, why it's important, and why I think you should get track insurance every single time. So track insurance is for HPDE. They have, I think, some time trials insurance as well. What that is you're able to go onto a website, get the track insurance for the 2 days, the 3 days that you're going to have your track event, and it covers your car and the track in case of incident. And it's one of those things, it's insurance, right? You don't have to get it, but I recommend getting it. There's a lot of people that run track insurance and a lot of people that take that risk. And that's totally up to you. And with track insurance, what I think is cool is that you can actually insure your modifications. So with my S2000, for me, example, the car was worth about $20,000, but I had about $16,000 worth of parts on it. And with the track insurance, it allows me to put in the wheels, the seats, the cage, the spoiler, all those things during my track insurance purchasing option, which is awesome because it's not just I lost the car if something was to happen. You might crash into a wall or a tire barrier, and the insurance helps pay to recover the track and get it back to new. So this is one of the major reasons I do recommend track insurance. Now, track insurance, personally, I think it's more for when that mistake happens, because a lot of the times it's not your fault. You could be driving into a corner and car spins out in front of you, puts oil out in front of you, and you go to the brake zone and you have no brakes because the car in front of you put oil everywhere. And that happens a lot. I'll show you a video real quick of what I'm talking about. A gentleman in a BMW, he's at a track day with some other guys and the car spins right in front of him. And he dodges it, moves over the side, and he avoids the wreck. But what if? That's what I'm talking about when sometimes it's not your fault. So I'll go ahead and play that now. So obviously that guy crapped his pants. Mid-corner, guy spins, dodges it, gets through the smoke, and oh no, there's another car there. He avoided it. Major win for that guy, and I know he went into the pits, cleaned his shorts, and took it a little easier after that session. But what if he couldn't avoid that? That red BMW cleared out of the smoke, boom, went right into it, right? Not a fault of his own. That was just a track incident, and that happens way more than you think. And I'm not trying to scare you, but things happen on track, things like incidents. I had a buddy who crashed his S2000 during an HPDE event because the car in front of him blew a line and put oil down one of the fastest parts of the track. No fault of his own, nothing he could do to fix it or try to avoid it. It was just, hey, oil on black asphalt, you can't see it. Hit the braking zone, boop, 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 up right into the wall. Nothing he could do. Had track insurance. He built a bigger, better, faster car than he had before. But if he wouldn't have had that, he would just be out that kind of money. But racing or track incidents do happen. For example, take this gentleman in the Mustang. As you can see, he was on pace, looked like he was putting down some good times, wasn't over aggressive, wasn't trying to be the fastest guy out there. But at that track, they had a lot of undulations and hills, and no fault of it. Well, I'd say fault of his own. But he overdid it up over the corner where he had grip, lost the grip, and that was it, right into the wall. But hopefully, if he had track insurance, the car would be covered. He luckily got to walk away and was safe, and this is another reason we do this. And then for third example, and this wasn't any fault of the driver, this is a mechanical failure. This happens We don't know when it's going to happen or if it will happen. You do your best during prep for the car, and sometimes you lose brakes. Sometimes you just have mistakes. And as you can see with this video, he just loses his brakes. Brakes got hot, had no pedal, did the right thing to try and steer the car away from the wall. A lot of times when that happens, you just want to get the car sideways or get it skidded, and right to the wall. A bad day. It sucks. Luckily, hopefully, he did have track insurance because hey, he's off building another car, and that's why you have it. So I know I always get it. I put it into my cost of my track days as part of what it is. Hey, entry fee was $4.95 for the weekend. It's going to cost me $300 to $400 for track insurance for the weekend as well. But it's my peace of mind because I want to go out and have fun, but I don't want it in the back of my mind. If I wreck this, I'm screwed. I'm going to have car payments for a long time. You just never know what's going to happen. Helps my wife sleep at night that I have track insurance. For example, we were at Grid Life a couple years ago, and time trials had started. It was time attack, and one of my buddy's friends had a brand new Viper TA, blew through the field on the front straight, gets into the braking zone, got a little too hot, spun it, totaled it right there. First lap, cold tires, it was crazy. That night, that was a Saturday. That night, Friday, he went, "Oh man, I forgot. I gotta get my track insurance." Got on his phone, ordered his track insurance, had the policy ready to go, and he got himself another Viper because hey, things happen. The track insurance is there for a reason, and lucky him, he got a $100,000 car taken care of and went out and got another Viper and is tracking it now, and it's one of the best things he's ever done. So there are 3 companies out there that I know of that I've used now and in the past. There's RLI, there's Hagerty, and there's Locked In Motorsports track insurance. And you can go on Google, you can search RLI track insurance, Hagerty track insurance, Locked In Motorsports track insurance, and I'm going to show you what they look like right now on the computer screen. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is the first one. You can see I got Hagerty's here pulled up, RLI, and we've got Locked In Motorsports. Locked In is someone that gets used a lot by people I know. I've never personally used them, but nothing but good things to say about Locked In. A lot of people know they do a lot of great advertising, and they do a lot of good help for people. Importance of insurance. They've got HPD insurance. They're partners. They even have an HPD ebook that you can download. Good website. Good partner for a lot of people. You can go here, get track maps, HPD time trial insurance. There you go. You have the option to buy it now. What's covered? This is good stuff that you like to see. Here's that ebook I was talking about, which is pretty neat. Now with them, you go to buy now. And this is where you're going to put in all of your information, which it's easy. Once you've done this once or twice, you know what they're looking for, and you'll be able to take a look. My only issue is I don't like to go through this whole thing and then just to find out what my coverage is going to cost. So we go through over here to RLI Track Day Insurance. This is the one that I've always used. I've used it probably 10 times for track events. It's always been easy. I've done it the day before. And as you can see here, they have a space here that is get a quote. Now, before I hit that, we're going to go over to Hagerty. Everybody knows Hagerty Insurance. Great company. A lot of you might even have your car insured through Hagerty. So they do a lot of good information here for track days, what it covers. A lot of people have their cars insured, like I said. So we can hit get a quote and watch this over here, RLI Corporation. So Hagerty is powered by RLI Track Day Insurance, which is kind of fun. They kind of teamed up. And if you go over to here, this is RLI. There you go. You're going to notice these two are pretty similar, as you can see. So whether you choose to go through Hagerty or straight through RLI, you're going to get the same prices and information. Now, why I like RLI and I like Hagerty and I like going through them is I like to get a quote. I'm always trying to see what it's going to be before I go through it. So let's go something with the Shelby GT350R to get an idea of what track insurance is going to be for that car for our event coming up. So we are going to go to Sebring in January. It's going to have that in there. Would like coverage for time trials? Nope. We're not doing track night in America event. Estimated value of the car without the modifications. For this, I'm going to put 66,000. We don't have any crazy modifications. I mean, I have a couple things, the AOS, but nothing that I want to put on here. Deductible, I'm going to go with the 10% of the vehicle value. That way, if I do get in an accident, my deductible is only going to be 10% of that 66. So the cool thing is, let's just see what our quote is. Now this can go down a little bit, it can go up a little bit. And as you see here, the quote amount's $398. Now watch it change when we go to the 15%. So we're going to do a quick value, or quick quote for you, $362. So it's a savings of around $30 to $35. It's kind of the difference of playing the lotto a little bit, right? Because 15% or 5% of a more expensive car is going to be a lot more money. So 362. Now I'll show you the difference of when I had the S2000 just to get an idea. So the car was valued around $21,000. I had $16,000 in the car, right? We go to 10%, and we're going to get that quick quote. And $407. So you can see there is a little bit of a difference because once you start putting in the value of the modifications, those are things that you can go off, damage a wheel, and they'll replace that wheel for you. But do you really want to spend that kind of money or use up your track insurance money? So if we put 21,000 plus 16,000, we're roughly looking at 37,000. So let's see if there's a difference here if we didn't have the modifications on there. Boom. See the difference there? It's gone down significantly. And the only reason is because the modifications, it's amazing that they can cover just the modifications because a lot of people run very expensive wheels or maybe some aero, and they will actually insure you for those. So I hope this helps, and just wanted to give you a rundown of the different insurance and why which ones might work better for you. But getting a quote is pretty awesome. I like to get this before I go through. And then if that works for me, I just hit get my policy. And you'll be able to select all this information. We're going to Sebring, who's the event host. You'll be able to choose BMW CCA, Hagerty Track Days, One Lap of America, SCCA. A lot of good information, a lot of good event hosts that are in here because they do this quite a bit. Coverage for time trials, and then you're going to put in all the information for your car, the VIN, your modifications, and you're going to continue. So that is hopefully makes this a little bit easier for you, and you got a chance to see what it looks like online. So now you see it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy. Each one of those has an app on their phone that you can go ahead and choose the track insurance that you want. Get your policy right there. It takes maybe 2 minutes to get a quote, 5 minutes to get a policy. They email it to you. You are good to go for the entire weekend. So it's very easy to use. And it's just something that I do recommend. Any type of event you're going to go to. Now, and the price varies. From your $10,000 car up to your $250,000 car, you can get track insurance, and the price will change depending on how much your insurance needs are. And as you saw in the video, there's 10% or 15% deductible. So good rule of thumb is if you know what you owe on your car, or you know what you want to get for your race car that's already paid off or whatnot, try to move that scale to know that you're going to be covered, and the car's going to be covered, because a lot of times you're driving your most favorite car you've ever had, and you want the chance to go get another one, God forbid if something happens. So to kind of close this video out, I do recommend track insurance anytime you're out there, because again, as you saw in the videos, sometimes it's not your fault. You run into an incident, and that's it. It's just a track incident. You got to pay to play. We're out there all having fun, but you never know what's going to happen. So go ahead and get that track insurance before you go out. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative to you. I hope you learned a little bit. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button again. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. Brock, go fast.